Welcome, guys, to INDUOGAMEPRESS. We are back. Yes, again, we are back. I know we took a break, but we are finally back. Thank God. It is I, Robert, along with Nicholas Rodriguez. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, man?
So, just so we can go through the rundown, guys. We're kind of going to change up the way INDUOGAMEPRESS is. We've kind of, me and Nicholas have actually talked about this. We're not really a news site. We're not really going to break down news. We're not going to be breaking any news. But we want our thoughts to matter. So we're going to just do a two-topic podcast. That's what it's going to kind of be like from now on. Something grand happens within the week that we just want to bring up some more. But as of right now, Nico will be bringing on a topic. We'll discuss it. I'll bring on a topic. We discuss it. And then you guys in the comments below, give us your comments. Ask us your questions, and we'll hopefully answer those in the future and put that along as a segment to the INDUOGAMEPRESS. Sound good, Nico?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Okay.
And tell them guys, we are no longer on SoundCloud.
Yes, we are not on SoundCloud as of right now. Yeah, it's just a weird place. Like you think that you're paying money per month, but it's actually like per year.
Yeah, I know.
So
the limit is terrible.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird. So if you guys know of any good RSS feeds that don't have a limit, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, for sure.
We would really love that.
Yeah.
Of course, as we grow more and more, then in the future we'll be able to start using SoundCloud to its full advantage. But as of right now, we are exclusive to YouTube audio right here.
Yep.
And so remember, you guys can check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/INDUOGaming, or just go in the search bar, put Induo Gaming, where you guys can see our gameplay videos and just different things about what's going on within the week of gaming, whether that be a demo, a beta, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Me and Nicholas are doing series right now. I'm doing No Man's Sky. Kind of paused that so I can do Bound, and Nicholas right now is doing Dark Souls. And he actually did a couple of betas for Timefall, and then there's he's gonna be doing a PlayStation Plus game that was for free around next week. So yeah, make sure you guys stay tuned for those kind of things. Push that thumbs up button, share with your friends, leave a comment. Let's get right into it right here, right now. All right, Nico, what's your topic?
All right, so my topic this week is going to be the PlayStation Slim and the leaks that have been coming out.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Have you seen how it looks?
Yeah, okay, so supposedly when these leaks came out, some people were tweeted at first, and one of the first people was like Greg Miller and Colin Moriarty. Like they tweeted at these guys, and they're like, "Is this real or whatever?" And the guy, Greg, asked the guy, "Hey, put the system on top of the PS4 that's now," and the guy put it up on top of the PS4 and took a picture of it. Dude, that thing looks beautiful, man. Like
Yes.
slick and nice, and they showed like a little bit of the box art as well, and it looks legit.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think that's the PS4 Slim right there.
Yeah, it looks. It kind of, for my thoughts, I think it kind of looks the same, but it looks a little bit better. But it's not a huge big of a change on design and everything like how the Xbox One and the Xbox One S was. But
Yeah.
it still looks pretty good. And
Yeah, I mean it's interesting, and I honestly didn't know if the PS4 Slim was going to happen, all because of the release of the soon to be announced PS4 Neo, PS Neo, my bad. So I didn't know if this was actually going to be a real thing, but supposedly it is. So
yeah. So, what do you think of the idea of them making a? Well, first, do you think they're gonna make a PS4 Slim and a Neo, or just one of them?
Well, the thing is that I think the PS4 Slim is going to exist in the same market as the Neo, which kind of seems weird, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I think the game that Sony is playing in comparison to Microsoft and their Xbox is that Microsoft's Xbox Scorpio is, in my mind, is practically an Xbox Two. You know what I'm saying? Like not like the second Xbox after Xbox One. That's what it sounds in my mind. This PS4 Neo kind of seems like a, how do I say it? A phone upgrade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you got the iPhone 6 and then iPhone 6s, and it seems as if the PS4 Slim will be the now iPhone 6, and the Neo will be the iPhone 6s. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I feel like in comparison to the Xbox, I feel like the Xbox One S is just the standard Xbox One S, which is the iPhone 6s, and I think the Scorpio is going to be straight up the iPhone 7. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's how it's going to play out.
Yeah. I think they're gonna make both of them too. I think it would be sort of a good idea because I mean, who wasn't expecting a Slim? They do that for every console. Practically everyone does that for every console.
Right. Every single console has like an updated version that runs things a little better.
Yeah.
But not like it's not graphically changing. It just runs things better.
And what I found interesting was, I'm going to bring this a little bit, it's sort of a little bit off topic, it's about the Xbox. The Xbox Scorpio, the Microsoft was saying how that one it will be the console to end the generations. And they were trying to say is that console was sort of going to be their main one for a long... Did you hear when they said that?
No, what was it exactly you have to say again?
They were saying practically that when this one comes out, like it's sort of going to be the end of people making another one and another one, another one. This one's going to be sort of the standard, like main system that you don't have to upgrade or anything like that. And it kind of reminds me of they're trying to go towards like a PC sort of type where it's just one console and you can like upgrade a little bit, but not a lot.
Right.
And so I wonder how PS4 will like compete to that, or what do you think of that? What they said?
I mean, it's interesting because to be 100% honest with you, console lovers, which you and me have always been a console lover, you've kind of transitioned a little bit to PC, but you have a Mac. You can't really do that much with it. But we've always been console lovers, and though we have stood like firm and dedicated fans of the console, we're kind of left in the dust in comparison to PC players, because they always have the better stuff. They're always going to have the better stuff. And so I think now Sony and maybe even developers are now seeing, like, getting into their minds like we need to up our game and we need to compete a little bit more with the PC players. All thanks to Steam, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Though I stand to the point that about maybe 75% of the games on Steam are a bunch of junk compared to the last 25% are actually the good games.
Yeah.
When you do get those good games, you got the mods. Like, I mean, you got these things that can boost it to the top.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that they're trying to compete with. I don't think that's what Xbox is going for, though. I think Xbox is like the Scorpio, and I think once we learn more about it, we'll find out. But as of right now, and what we know now, I feel as though the Scorpio is more of just the next console. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The next console that was supposed to come out after the couple of years later. While the PS4 and the PS Neo seems more of like, this is the next step. And then after that, we're going to have another step. And then the next, another step. So that's what I get.
Yeah. So the PS4 Neo, we haven't really talked about the PS4 Neo at all through our podcast, but it's supposed to upgrade and have more VR capability. And there's, like, honestly, there's not any information because it's just rumors and stuff like that. But, like, better graphics and all that. And do you think that's a good idea, or do you think they should just wait for PS5?
Honestly, I mean, I think, and I've heard a lot of people talk about this. One of them being Colin Moriarty of kind of funny games, where he said that if Sony were to wait like another year and a half, they could have practically come out with the PS5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Honestly, because it's already would have been 5-6 years since PS4 came out, which is weird to think about.
Yeah, that is. It came out in 2012, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, they honestly could have done that, but this is a different market for gaming, and we are seeing something different. And I think, and PS Neo is going to be the very first console ever created that is going to be like the next step console. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's going to be the very first console. Like this is its own console, and these are its games for this console. No, this is this console, and it's more powerful, and it can play all these things back. So let me put it into perspective for you.
All
so
right.
when like the iPhone 6 comes out, well, let's say iPhone 4.
Mm-hmm.
When the iPhone 4 can do certain things that the iPhone 6 can, just not as good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when the iPhone 5 came out, the iPhone 4 was getting the same iOS. Like it updated until once iPhone 6 came out, then the iPhone 4 just couldn't handle certain things, so the iPhone 4 got bumped off, and they just kept going. And then once the iPhone 7 comes out, the iPhone 5 bumps off, and then iPhone 8, then iPhone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think honestly we're gonna get into that realm of video games, and we're starting that with the PS4 Slim and the PS Neo. And so after the PS Neo comes out, we're probably gonna get another console, bump off the Slim, and we got Neo, the next console. Then we got go another one, and then bump off the Neo. Then we got the next. You know what I'm saying? So right now, by inside the PS Slim, they took a certain thing off of it. I'm trying to remember what they removed. I totally forgot. I'm trying to look for it. But they took off like this port for like sound. Man, I'm really coming like. Let's see.
You said it was for sound?
Yeah. It was like the PS Slim. They removed something from it so that way it can be slimmer. But I forgot what it was. It was a certain port in the back that was used to capture sound. Like if you wanted to get the sound separately when you do gameplay videos.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have no idea. I'm trying to look for it, and I'm probably just glancing over and not even recognizing it. But yeah, they removed something from it, and so I think what's gonna happen is that so the trouble right now is how is Sony gonna market this? Because if they're gonna be like, oh well, you can get Uncharted 4 on the PS Neo, which looks absolutely amazing. And you can get it for PS4 Slim too, but it's not going to look that great.
Yeah.
But why would anyone want to get the PS4 Slim?
Yeah.
So what I think is going to happen, and it's kind of like us when we grew up, even though there's a PS3 and we got a PS2, we freaked the heck out. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, whoa, we got the PS2. And so I think there's a lot of families out there, and there's a lot of people in that situation where they're still in that state. And they just can't make fork over the amount of money to get the Neo. And so all they have is to get the Slim, which is a cheaper version, plays the games, and probably not as fluid, probably not as nice looking, but it gets the job done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you go to the store to a carrier and you're like, I can't afford the 6S, but I can afford the 6. It does the same thing, just doesn't look as pretty. Gotta get the 6.
Yeah.
I think that's how they're gonna market it, and that's the only way they can market it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I hope that it's not a sort of a situation. I know it's not going to be the exact situation, but I hope it's not something like. Remember when the Xbox One Elite was announced?
Yeah.
I was very like at first I thought it was sort of going to be something like the Scorpio, like a little bit more powered and all that. But it like when that came out, like I don't know even if it was a year. It was like 8 months maybe. Then the Xbox One S and the Scorpio got announced. And I was like, well, what was the whole point of announcing this Elite thing and selling it? Like, there's not even that big of a difference. So I hope it's not like a situation like that where it's a totally just wasted console.
Right.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
You know, I found out what it is. It's the optical audio output on the rear. That's what they removed.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, when they were coming out, you have to come out with something that looks. And it's a weird game you have to play, but it's all about advertisement. And you got to make something that looks a little cheaper. Now, honestly, I don't think it looks cheaper. It looks slick as heck. It looks awesome. But I think the optical audio output was more of like like if you're really getting into the real techie side of things, and you're like really getting into the nitty gritty on like the audio and stuff like that. If you're just doing your regular gaming, I don't think you needed that. So I think that's why they took that out. Of course, they kept all the buttons, the USB ports, the HDMI ports, all those good things. They just took that out. Maybe that's what they needed to take out to make it just as slim. Supposedly, there's a bunch of people out there that, that looked at the components within the PS4, and they're kind of like, I don't know how much slimmer you can make this thing because of all the things in it. Which the PS4 already compared to the Xbox One, not the S, but the Xbox One is already slimmer.
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
for sure.
So
It's even slimmer
I mean,
than the S practically.
yeah.
Like by
So
an
I mean,
inch.
it is what it is. But it's. I'm looking at some pictures of it right now, and on the bottom of it, they have what's the like the cross, circle, triangle, and square. Like those are like the little mini stands on the bottom of the console. Like when you set it down, that's what's kind of like lifting it up from the surface by like half a centimeter or whatever. So it looks
okay.
really nice. Compared to the PS4, looking at it on top of it, dude, it's weird because it's much slimmer. Looks super nice. So yeah,
Yeah.
I have faith in the Slim. Now the question comes to, would I myself get the Slim?
I wouldn't.
No, I would not, because I already got the PS4.
Yeah.
And it's not running anything better, as far as we know, because this is all rumors, of course, and leaks.
And if
so
it
we will
did-
know September 7th, but as of right now, we don't know.
If it did run better stuff like you know how the Xbox One S wasn't a huge thing, but it did do some great things like the HDR and stuff like that.
Right.
Would you buy it if it had stuff like that?
No.
No. All right.
And I think the reason why is because I would just save the money and get Neo.
Yeah. Or just
All the way.
something else. But yeah, I wouldn't get it either. It's just, I mean, if I didn't have a PS4, I would for sure get it. But right now, yeah, it's a good thing for
I
new
mean,
people.
what's nice about it is very portable. This
Yeah.
Slim. So if for some reason I had an extra $300 laying around, and just get it so I can travel with it, I mean, I guess, but not. I mean, it's not reasonable.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, any final thoughts on the Slim?
Not really. I mean, I think it's all right. One thing, a lot of people. I don't think a lot of people won't buy it unless they're like new people, but it's all right to keep us holding till they announce the Neo.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's good. I mean, it looks nice by the pictures that we have leaked. But again, I think all my money right now is on Neo and seeing what that thing is going to be.
Yeah, for sure.
And for our second topic, which is mine, I kind of want to talk about a little game that came out from a little company in Japan. And that company is known as Konami. And they've just released a trailer and a little bit of facts of a new game called Metal Gear Survive.
Yep.
And let's just talk about it. So what they got here is that it's supposedly set directly after the events of Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes. And so it says, Survive sees the members of Militaries Sans Fronteras not killed in the game's finale transported through the wormholes into an alternate universe where they're forced to battle a force of crystalline zombies, and it seems at least one Metal Gear itself. So they have a trailer, and this is a quote that they have from the president, Tomodara Dashiro, in a press conference. He said, Metal Gear Survive will offer a fresh take on the series' famed stealth elements, but within a unique co-op setting that is designed for a truly engrossing multiplayer experience. And so you start it off, it's like a 4-player co-op game. Honestly, it just looks like, I don't even know, man, like Dead Rising, but Metal Gear. And I'm telling you right now, this is not with Hideo Kojima. This is with a team of people that after Koji Productions broke up, Konami separated all its people from that production company, but kept a select few to keep adding stuff to the Metal Gear Online. And I think this is a result of them trying to make something else. And so it's weird. You see the trailer at the very beginning for like a split second. You see Big Boss, and supposedly after the events of Metal Gear Ground Zeroes, at the very end where they get shot down, at that moment when certain soldiers are falling off the helicopter, they get swarped up into this wormhole, and end up in this weird world where there's like zombies. And so it's just weird.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
really weird. And the characters that you're playing, which honestly I think they're customizable. Like when you start the game, you're probably gonna customize them.
Yeah.
But it's like you have this person with like this bow and arrow that has like a drill at the end of it. You shoot it. I don't know.
Yeah.
And honestly, by the gameplay and by the looks of it, like how is stealth going to play any part in this game?
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
I feel like the whole thing they're just doing, I think they're just using the name to get it big. That's honestly all they're doing.
Exactly.
They're
And
just using
honestly, they could have this game. If you were to just take off Metal Gear from this game and just left Survive, this would be a totally different game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This would not have any kind of aesthetic of Metal Gear other than the Metal Gear at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know.
What's weird is that, Metal Gear can get some weird a little bit at times, but this is just beyond where, like, they get, like, warped up into this world and then zombies come out. Like, this is just way more weird than Metal Gear would be.
I mean, Metal Gear honestly is known for taking itself too seriously. You got Metal Gear Solid 3 where you're facing against a guy who his attacks are bees and a dude that's like with a 5-foot tongue. Like I don't know, but this is something of totally difference.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. Like I don't know what it's honestly. And like you said, it's just a gimmick. They just want to use the Metal Gear name to make another game to make money off of.
Yeah.
But they're straight up using the new Fox engine that Kojima made, and so I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna to be 100% honest with you, I'm gonna play it
Yeah.
just so I can see what this thing is all about. Some people I've seen that are like Metal Gear fans and Kojima fans are like, I'm not going to touch this game at all. I'm not going to do anything about this. And I mean, honestly, I don't want to either. I mean, Kojima is one of the best game directors out there. But I want to see what Konami has up their sleeves, what they're planning on doing.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
When I saw the trailer, it kind of reminded me, like, not a whole bunch, but it reminded me a little bit of the Ghost Recon Wildlands, I think it's coming out. It kind of reminded me a little bit of that because it's like 4 players in like this desert place, except for like the zombies and stuff. But I wonder if it can like be something like that. I don't know. But do you think it's gonna be something like Call of Duty where it's just like waves of zombies or something like that? How do you think the game would be?
That's the thing. That's what I've been thinking about because as of what we've seen so far, I mean, if someone showed me when I saw the trailer for Wildlands or Badlands? The Ghost
It's
Recon game.
Wildlands, I think.
Wildlands. When I see that trailer, what I see automatically is, there's gonna be a bunch of missions. It's one big open world. Like I know what this game's all about. When I see this, I'm like, is this some sort of like Metal Gear Online feature that players can just push this menu button and then they go into this mini game and they try to survive and then once you survive all these sorts of zombies, you face a Metal Gear, and that's it. And then you just do it over and over and over again if you want to. Like that's what I get the feeling of. And they just released it. Yes, I know that, but I just don't get. I don't know what this is all about.
Yeah.
And is there even any story whatsoever to this?
Yeah.
And if it is, like, I don't know what they're gonna do with it. So.
Yeah, and do you think they can sell it as like a full game, or do you think they should like sell it as like a $30 game or something like that?
No, honestly, they should sell this as some sort of DLC to Metal Gear Solid 5, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
because
they should.
This is not worth $60. You know what I'm saying? Like as of what we see so far. Now, there has been rumors of a Metal Gear Solid 5 Definitive X that has supposedly been going around that the like Metal Gear Ground Zeroes will be inside of Metal Gear Solid 5 Definitive X, but in its proper place that it was supposed to be in the beginning before Konami made Kojima put this game out to just make money. So I don't know if this would go along with that, but I don't know. Like Konami needs to prove themselves that this is something worth money. But at the same time, Konami just needs to leave Metal Gear alone.
Oh, yeah.
Because...
Now they're just ruining the whole series. That's it.
Right. And I mean, it's like Metal Gear is not Konami's. Metal Gear is Kojima's. It is, the artist who helped Kojima. I forgot his name. Amazing artist. But it's not theirs. And if they want to at least do something, remaster Metal Gear Solid 1. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Do something like that that's worth the time. But right now they're wasting their time with the zombie game that's honestly going to turn so many people off because of one, Konami already has a bad name amongst gamers in America. Two, they're using a very delicate and precious IP that honestly only belonged to one person and only one person can do it perfectly. And three, it just seems as if they just want people's money. That's it.
Yeah,
It
for
just
sure.
seems like a gimmick to get people's money, and that's all that they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think another, I bet you next year there's gonna be a trailer. Like they're gonna go more in depth in the trailer, and then at the very end of the trailer, like you're gonna see a big boss, like he's one of the characters you can play as. Like that's gonna be something that they're gonna do, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And one thing that is really bad is that, like, whenever you hear zombies in a game, like, you know it's some sort of, like, not a serious thing, but just some sort of side thing. But, like, it doesn't, because Metal Gear is a really good story-based, just really good game, like a masterpiece. But they're mixing it with this terrible, terrible thing. Like, it just doesn't go together. It's just...
Right.
Oh, man, I just can't stand it. I mean,
Yeah.
I would probably play it, but just to see. But if they came out with another game, this would be the standard for their next games. So that's why I would play it, just to see what their standard is, and then for the next games that are coming out.
Right. I mean, honestly, looking at this, it's like, I don't know, like they're using the Fox engine, but it still doesn't even look that good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like compared to Metal Gear Solid 5, Kojima and his team utilized that Fox engine to its absolute power, man.
Mm-hmm.
And they could have done even more so with it. But these people are as if they're just scratching the surface with the engine. I'm like, we're not really going to put that much time into it. And I don't know.
I feel like they were
I
just
don't know.
grabbing it because that's what they had, and then just using it. That's all.
Right.
they're
I mean,
doing.
that's practically the only engine that Konami has right now because
Yeah.
they're not really doing much with games anymore.
Yeah.
So
Like,
I don't know.
I just, oh man, I do not like Konami, man. Like after they, especially after they kicked Hideo Kojima off, man, that really got me mad. And then this is just, it's just getting me mad.
I honestly I want to know what Kojima's thinking right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm sure
man.
he's happy. I'm sure he's gonna bring out his game around the same time, just for like
Well,
a slap in the face.
I mean, what would be great is if like when this game releases or like when what would be super awesome is when this game releases, Kojima, which I think Kojima is honestly getting to a point where he loves those little teaser trailer like demos, and I think that's what he's gonna do for Death Stranding. Like I'm pretty sure he's gonna release these very bits and pieces of the game just to give people a little taste. But I'm pretty sure what he's gonna do is when this game comes out, he's probably gonna release a little demo for his next game, and that little demo that's for free is gonna get more downloads than this freaking thing's gonna get because it's Kojima. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So
yeah, so you're gonna play it?
I'm gonna play it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reluctantly play it, but I just want to see what it is.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
You?
yeah, I am just for this see what their standard is and see if it has a little, like, I know it's not for sure, it's not gonna be as good as a Metal Gear game for sure, but I do want to see if it's a little bit alright and has something that can stand on its own.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Well, I think that's it.
Mhm.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to Indio Game Press, our weekly podcast where Nicholas and I bring out a topic, we discuss it, and you guys give us your thoughts in the comments. Let us know what you guys think of the PS4 Slim, and let us know what you guys think of Metal Gear Survive.
Yeah.
At the same time, share with your friends, push that thumbs up button, and as always, this is Indio Gaming. It is I, Robert and Nicholas. We're here with our gameplay videos every week. Stay tuned. We're out.